Hi, this is Tony George with Edina Realty Insurance, and today's topic is home insurance claims. First of all, I'd like to mention that most companies, if you're going to switch companies or you're shopping to get a better rate, or let's say you're buying a new property and you need to get home insurance because you have a mortgage and they're requiring that you have insurance. um, any company that you get a quote from is going to look at your last 5 years worth of loss history. Most companies, if you've had over three claims, or let's say three claims in the last 5 years, they're going to deny you. If you've had two claims, let's say two weather claims, most companies will cover that. But if you've had, again, even three weather claims, many companies are going to deny you, and you're going to have a difficult time getting insured with any company unless you go to the Minnesota Fair Plan, which is a higher risk type policy, which is doable, but they're not going to cover your home to replacement cost coverage like most other carriers would. And you're going to pay quite a bit more for that kind of coverage. So let's get back to a couple tips. First of all, if you do feel that you've had a loss, talk to your agent, first of all, because they can review your claims history and they can also discuss that loss with you. I recently had a client that I was quoting who called their insurance company directly right to the claims department rather than talking to their agent. And what happened was they did process the claim. The adjuster went out, looked at the loss, and cut them a check for $100 after the deductible. So hindsight's 2020. Now they've got that claim on their record. And by the way, they don't even have to cut a check. Um, it could be a zero loss claim, but because you've called in a claim, the adjuster's involved. Now you're going to have a claim on your record, even though it may be a zero payout, because they're considering, okay, there is a loss here, but their deductible is high enough that they're not going to get a payout. It's still a claim. So remember, talk to your agent. Then I would recommend, if let's say if it's a roof loss or some kind of a loss like a tree fall like that client had, talk to a contractor. Again, they're not going to take on a project if they don't think they can get that project paid for by the insurance company. So we'll discuss the damage with that contractor, see if it makes sense to pursue a claim. And many of the contractors out there are very familiar with working with insurance companies to get a claim through or processed. Um, and those are a couple tips that you should take on. Now, one last thing is that different losses are going to be treated differently by carriers when you're looking for insurance. A weather loss, you may not get a surcharge on your premium. If it's, let's say, a liability loss, let's say you have the pit bull bit the mailman, you had a lawsuit because of that. First of all, the current company that you're with may cancel you at that point, especially if you're going to keep the dog. Second of all, you may have a very difficult time trying to find somebody to insure you on that kind of a loss. And again, there's going to be a surcharge for that kind of a loss. And lastly, if you have a fire or any kind of a theft loss, again, typically you're going to see a surcharge on your premium for those kinds of losses. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at 612-275-1371. If you're looking for a quote, call me at that number. Again, it's Tony Torres with Edina Realty Insurance. Have a great day.